Hey guys, welcome back to the Cult Classic Kids Show, and today we are talking about the Halloween franchise as a whole. Um, I think I'm going to discuss a big issue that I think has been an issue for a really long time. Not something that's basically recently come out of the David Gordon Green franchise. It's been an issue even before the Halloween trilogy that we just had, that we just wrapped up essentially. But I think that this needs to be a honest discussion, and what made it blatantly obvious to me that this was an issue was Halloween Ends. Um, like I said, this is an issue before this trilogy, but this trilogy has made it very noticeable and in your face, and that is the fact that Halloween Ends has no identity. Um, and Halloween, the franchise as a whole, in modern day, over the past 23 years, in my opinion, has lacked an identity entirely. And I know a lot of people love Halloween H2O, and it's like, you like it, man. You have more power to you, but to me, that's where the Halloween franchise has lost its identity. Um, the main things that I point out regards to why I have this opinion is, first off, music in Halloween Age. That's not that's not Halloween music, that's scream. Second thing is the change from Haddonfield to California. These things really make it evident to me that this is a film that lacks Halloween identity. And going from H2O to Resurrection, that film, fucking Jamie Lee Curtis said, "Fuck this shit, kill me off for the sake of the fans, so that my character has an ending, but I'm out." She was expecting Michael to actually be dead after H2O. When they decided to just say, "Nah, not happening," she's like, "Nope, well, goodbye." And she probably read the script and was like, "This is fucking garbage. Yeah, I'm definitely out." But Halloween Resurrection is a film that tried to be hip, as I guess the best way to put it. It tried to be hip with jumping on the bandwagon of the whole reality TV shit, and it just lacked any true Halloween identity whatsoever. Then we have Rob Zombie's Halloween and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, which I guess Rob Zombie realized that Halloween now did at that point lack identity, decided to just say fuck it and make it his own, put his own stamp on it. And while I don't mind that necessarily, it doesn't help the Halloween franchise, looking at it. You know, I think that his stamp is interesting. At least was a return to horror, because to me, Resurrection was a fucking comedy. So the fact that he at least brought the horror aspect to his Halloween films, while it doesn't have the Halloween identity, it's at least a respectable effort on Rob Zombie's part. Now, to get to the David Gordon Green trilogy, I think David Gordon Green and Danny McBride really tried to bring Halloween, the identity of Halloween, into Halloween 20. See where they were going with it, and a lot of it had some good ideas, but I just feel like they were just copying the identity of Halloween and not necessarily taking Halloween's identity and making it its own thing. Like making it new. Their thing was, well, we're going to take something from all the previous Halloween films and include it in our movie. And it's like, okay, you're copying someone else's work. You want to have a bunch of fucking Easter eggs, so it feels like, this is for the fans, but it's like it's just a cheap way of making a film. Halloween 2018 tried to have the Halloween identity, but committed what is, a popular thing now with, um, basically retreading old grounds. And this is why, to me, I love the the Thorn trilogy. Given it was messy as fuck because it exchanged hands every single, from 4, 5, and 6, it always changed hands. But that Thorn trilogy was it really sought out to keep the identity of what Halloween is as a franchise, but it went to new territory. It challenged itself um, from a story perspective. It didn't sit on its ass like Halloween 2018 does, with taking from everything else. A big thing that David Gordon Green and Danny McBride boasted about was that, oh yeah, there's like something from all the previous Halloween films in here. And it's just like, okay, but this is just a cheap way of getting fans to be excited instead of observing and understanding what makes the Halloween franchise what it is and then doing your own thing while having that in mind. So 2018 I think was a valiant effort to try and recapture the essence of what the Halloween franchise is, but ultimately it falls short for me. Feels like they were sitting on their hands. Now, where it completely just tanks is with Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Halloween Kills to me is a Friday the 13th. It is not Halloween. Michael kills as though he's Jason Voorhees. Given some of the kills are really good, but it doesn't feel like Halloween. It doesn't at all understand the essence of the Halloween franchise. It it just wants to be Friday the 13th. And then with Halloween Ends, that film is just like Christine mixed with Halloween, I mean, excuse me, it's like Christine mixed with Friday the 13th Part 5 with the copycat killer thing that they had going on, and that is not at all a Halloween movie. And yo, you can like Halloween Ends. I'm not trying and all these movies, like them, more power to you. But, I have to criticize them from my perspective, how I feel about it. And Halloween Ends, you may like it as a regular film, but to say that that's a Halloween movie is a bit disingenuous because it tries to do everything but be a Halloween film. It seems as though characters like Michael Myers are just in the way. Um Characters like Frank and Lindsay are in the way. They just throw them in there just because they have to be in there, but they're left they're left as background characters. It's so disappointing. Halloween Ends makes it so blatantly obvious that this franchise lacks an identity. I kept noticing in Halloween Kills that some of Michael's mannerisms and particularly what Frank, the sheriff, said was that something along the lines of just a boy in the body of a man with the power of an animal or something like that. And I'm just like, it's just like that sounds like Jason more than it does sound like Mike. So yeah, I just don't feel as though after 2018 they wanted to make a Halloween movie. Feels as though with Kills and Ends, they try to do anything but make a Halloween movie. And at this point, look, in a previous video, I said, look, even if it's bad Halloween movies, I still want them. And to be fair, I still feel like that. But do I have high hopes? Not really, because this franchise lacks an identity, and filmmakers, they don't care about it nearly as much as we do. And given even some of the fans like some of the films that don't have the Halloween idea, like I said, that's cool, but still isn't Halloween to me. So that's the thing I wanted to bring up. This is kind of just I've been letting this trilogy sit with me for a little bit. It's been like a few now since Ends came out. And what I got out of it is Halloween lacks an identity. And a lot of people shit on the Thorn trilogy, but to me that's Halloween. And I mean, obviously Halloween 1 is the peak and 2 is that film that's like not as good as 1, but it's amazing to consume it right beside 1. And 4 and 5 and 6 are, to me, they retain what makes Halloween Halloween. And I think the biggest reason as to why Halloween now lacks a franchise, lacks an identity in its franchise, is honestly the fact that Michael killed his sister when he was a kid, and now he just roams and he has no reason to kill other than he's a killer. The fact that he and Laurie Strode are no longer related, I think that's the key thing that makes a Halloween film feel like a Halloween film. So it doesn't really matter who you bring back next when you guys decide to undust the Halloween franchise and run with it again. You can get Danielle Harris. You can get Paul Rudd. But despite all that, without that connection that Michael has to Laurie Strode and Laurie Strode's family, her daughter and all that, never ever going to resemble what makes Halloween well Halloween. If you're unwilling to go down that route, and I understand the gripes with the whole um brother sister thing, Michael Myers going after his family. I get it, but that's what gives the Halloween franchise the identity it has. One of the main things. I think the other driving force of what gave the Halloween franchise its identity is Donald Pleasance. And obviously we can't get Donald Pleasance back, rest in peace to the guy. But he's what made Halloween what it is. And I think that his inclusion had way more weight to it than Jamie Lee Curtis. And that's just my opinion. You can completely disagree with me. I totally get it. I love Jamie Lee Curtis as an actress. She's a great actress, but I think Donald Pleasance was the greatest weight that carried that pushed the franchise um as far as it could go while still retaining what made Halloween Halloween. Most of all, man, you gotta get Michael Myers right. You gotta respect Michael Myers. Halloween Ends just shits on him. I don't know, like I was watching a YouTuber's live stream and he was like, "Man, I love what they decided to do with Michael Myers. It was new, it was unique, it was interesting." And I'm just like, I mean, it was new, it was unique, but it wasn't Michael Myers and it wasn't at all fucking interesting. Just sitting there for like an hour before we even get Michael Myers. And Michael Myers doesn't really deliver in the way that I'd hope, and the way that they kill him. Come on, man. I'm not even a H2O fan, but H2O at least had a way better ending than to Michael than Ends did. So I don't understand how people can say Halloween Ends is a Halloween movie through and through, because it's not. And you could like it for what it is. That's completely fine. I know some people that like Halloween Ends, just based on its own merits, but they can objectively say it's not a Halloween film. But I can live with that, and that's cool. Me personally, can't live with that. I'm not. I don't think I'm ever gonna rewatch Halloween Ends again. I had the displeasure of watching it 3 times, with 3 different groups of individuals that all wanted to see it, and after that, I've had my fill. It's not really a rewatchable film to me. Some people will be because they can kind of just let go of the fact that it's a Halloween film. Just enjoy it for what it is. So yeah, guys. That's just my general thoughts on the Halloween franchise right now. Let me know what you guys think about this. Kind of just wanted to think of things as a whole as opposed to talking about Halloween Ends. Do you think that the Halloween franchise has lost its identity? I personally strongly believe so, and it's not something that's happened recently. When do you personally think that, if you believe the Halloween franchise has lost its identity, at what point did you feel that began? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you can, guys, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitch or Twitter if you want to continue the conversation. And guys, with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.